Hello and welcome to this YouTube channel for different subjects. Today we are going to take one of the important topics in plant physiology, and that is the concept of osmosis. So let us take and discuss what osmosis is. So the topic is osmosis. Basically, long before the concept was given by Nollet in 1748. Now, what is osmosis? Here you need to have the clarity of concept, that is water pressure. So if I remind you, or in fact remind back, that water potential of a water is its ability to move here and there. With increase in solute concentration, the water potential decreases. So now let us discuss what is osmosis. Suppose you have a big chamber. In this chamber there are two sections. These are separated by membrane. These two chambers are separated by membrane. Here there is solution. There is water. In this water the solute is inside. So solvent plus solute become a solution. Now this is solute, this one is also a solute, this is solute particle. We have another solution, in fact, and in this solution again we have solvent plus solute. That means we have another solution. So this is solution number 2. Okay, so we have two solutions in front of us. This is one solution. This is having less concentration of solute. That means the solution is less concentrated, and this solution is more concentrated. That means more solute are present in this solution. So much of solute is present in this solution. So this solution 2 is more concentrated. It is more concentrated. That means solute per solvent is more. That's what exactly concentration is. This first solution has got, this is less concentrated. That means solute concentration or solute inside solvent is less as compared to solution number 2. Okay, now if this is clear to you, then we can move ahead. So what I said, we have two solutions. This is solution first and this is solution second. In first solution, the solution is less concentrated. That is, the solute is less inside this one, but the amount of solute is more inside this solution. This is more concentrated with respect to the concentration of solute. Again, if you remember what I said, this is separated by a membrane. This membrane is called semipermeable membrane, and this is must. This membrane is semipermeable membrane. Semipermeable membrane. Okay. Now, if you want to ask what semipermeable membrane is, as word itself says, it is permitting half of something and it is not permitting half of another thing. That means what semipermeable membrane is? Basically, membranes are of three important types. We have permeable membrane. So membranes can be permeable, that means those membranes which permit entry of or exit of both water and solute. So both solute and solvent, which is water, is permitted, it's permeable. Then we have semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane. Here it allows only exit and entry of water or solvent. Only water is permitted. And this is most important concept because this is what exactly semi-permeable membrane is. It selects only water. It does not allow solute to come inside or go outside. But this membrane is permeable. Example can be this is cell wall and this is cell membrane, which you are already studying. This is cell membrane. Okay. So definitely in plants we'll be having permeable membranes and semi-permeable membranes, but in case of animals we'll find only semi-permeable membrane because no cell wall is present in animal cells. Now we have one more term, that is partially or differentially permeable membrane. What is this? Differentially permeable membrane is that membrane which usually permits only water, which is usually semi-permeable membrane, but sometimes selectively allows some solutes to come in or go outside. So this differentially permeable membrane is basically permeable, semi-permeable membrane. So this is basically semi-permeable membrane, but sometimes it allows selective entry or exit of some solutes. So we can say differentially permeable membrane is basically semi-permeable membrane, but sometimes it allows, because of some cellular functions, it allows entry and exit of solutes also. But overall it is actually semi-permeable membrane. So this membrane can be called as differentially permeable membrane. Now what our concern is semi-permeable membrane. That means this one, allowing only water to move through this particular membrane. That's what semi-permeable membrane is. Now existence of semi-permeable membrane in osmosis is important. That means if you do not use the term semi-permeable membrane, the osmosis cannot be defined. It is not osmosis. It can be anything. It can be anything. I repeat, it can be any. If you don't mention semi-permeable membrane, it can be anything. Process can be anything, but it's not osmosis. So that's it. Osmosis has the essentiality of having the semi-permeable membrane with it. So first condition is semi-permeable membrane. Whatever the solutions are, whether they are less concentrated, more concentrated, or whatever the moment is, no matter. The first matter is that you have to get the semi-permeable membrane. After getting semi-permeable membrane, you can define the concept of osmosis. So let us discuss this. Now, this is semi-permeable membrane. That means it allows only water molecules to this side or this side. This is semi-permeable membrane. Now, having this semi-permeable membrane with us, having two solutions of different concentrations, this solution of less concentration, this solution of more concentration, we can have the definition of osmosis, and that's this. Osmosis is basically movement of water, because only water can be transmitted through semi-permeable membrane. So we can say movement of solvent in the water. So it is movement of water. So we can write osmosis definition. It is movement. So this is movement of water from its now this is important, its, that means whose thing is this, it means waters, from its higher concentration to its lower concentration. This is movement of water from its means from waters, from its itself, from its higher concentration to its lower concentration through semi-permeable membrane, and that's it, through semi-permeable membrane. This is what osmosis is in the simplest form. I repeat, it is simplest form. You cannot cut any of word from it, and this is the shortest possible definition of osmosis. It can be lengthened, it can be made more complex, more compound, but this is simplest definition, and that's very important. So it's movement of water from its higher concentration, from its means from water's higher concentration to water's lower concentration. That is from solution having high concentration of water to the solution having low concentration of water. Now here if we see two solutions, the water concentration, even if the quantity of water is same, please listen, even if the quantity of water is same, the concentration is more in this than this, because the water is more available to move. That means solution is less concentrated with solute, the water is more available, it can move to the solution. Here the water is not as readily available as present in solution first. So here comes the concept of water potential. Since this solution has got less solute, the water can move from this solution towards this, because this is more concentrated solution, its water is not available, it cannot move. So this is having more water concentration, this is having less water concentration. Please don't confuse, this is having more water concentration and less solute concentration, this is having less water concentration and more solute concentration. So what we are defining is that movement of water from waters, because its means waters, so this is movement of water from its higher concentration, water is higher concentration here, so water has higher concentration, movement of water from its higher concentration to its lower concentration, so the water has lower concentration here, so water moves from its higher concentration to lower concentration, like diffusion, but here is concept of permeable membrane, and then we use through semi-permeable membrane. This is the shortest form. Now if we increase, it will be making more complex. We can say movement of water from its higher concentration or lower solute concentration or higher water potential, etc. So we can use different terms. For example, what I said is that it is movement of water. So let me make it more complex. This will remain same, movement of water from its dash to its dash through semipermeable membrane. We can use more concepts like its movement of water from its higher concentration or from lower solute concentration, or we can use this movement of water from, if we rub this one also, we can say it's movement of water from solution, it is movement of water from solution having so it's like this, its movement of water from solution having higher water concentration, having higher water concentration, or lower solute concentration, or more water potential. If we use this term, this is water potential. So this is movement of water from solution having higher water concentration or lower solute concentration or more water potential to a solution having lower water concentration or more solute concentration or less water potential through semipermeable membrane. So this is going to be more complex. So there are three important things. The solution is having higher water concentration or it is having lower solute concentration. Because of lower solute concentration, the water will be available, and because of availability of water, it will be having more psi W, water potential, to a solution having lower water potential. This is having lower water potential because less water is available, to a solution having lower water potential or more solute concentration or lower water concentration through semipermeable membrane. And this is what osmosis is. So importantly, the concept is that movement is firstly through semipermeable membrane. The second concept is that water moves from its own higher concentration to its own lower concentration, in whatever sense you consider that, whether you consider concentration of water itself, whether you consider less concentration of solute, whether you consider less concentration of overall solution, or whether you consider water potential. So it definitely moves from higher water potential to lower water potential, from lower concentrated solution to higher concentrated solution, from higher water concentrated solution. So these are different terms because this is what exactly you have to remember different things differently and combining them so that concept can be cleared through the different definitions. And this is important. If you want to make me repetition of this, then you need to have the concept of water potential, and that's very basic concept of plant water relations basically. Now the osmosis is used differently in different forms, different processes. So we can say in overall, we can say this solution can be said to be as hypertonic solution because if we talk in terms of tonicity, there is a concept of tonic, that means solute concentration, tonicity, and this is more important. You know, this solution is having more solute concentration, so this is called hypertonic solution. Tonic means solute concentration, salt, sugar, whatever it is. So higher tonic means hypertonic. This solution is having lower solute concentration. This is hypotonic solution. Now osmosis, definitely from hypotonic solution to hypertonic solution. This is one more definition. Now if this is cell, the water, this is cell wall, this is cell membrane, the water moves out of cell because of tonicity. This will be called as x-osmosis. It goes inside cell because of concentration difference or because of water potential difference through the process of osmosis. This is called end osmosis. Now remember, there is one more concept, that is reverse osmosis. Before that, let's discuss osmotic pressure. Now this is, I think it's clear to you. Let me rub this. So we have the concept of osmotic pressure. Now there are different methods to measure osmotic pressure. One of the important is Berkeley-Hartley method. The Berkeley-Hartley method is what exactly I am trying to make you understand, is that suppose this is a big beaker, there is a solution inside it. Okay, now this solution is here, or it's water, simply a water, it's water, whatever it is. We use flask upside down. So suppose this is a kind of plastic upside down. In this plastic we are filling highly concentrated solution. So this is concentrated solution, this is solvent, less concentrated or simply a water. Now we are putting some kind of semi-permeable membrane on this, and suppose water level is up to this point. This is beaker or some kind of a jar or whatever you have. This is inverted flask kind of thing, whatever phenomena you have, whatever instrument you have with you. Now please learn the concept. What is it? As we have defined it, osmosis, movement of water from it is pure state or lower concentration absolute to higher concentration absolute, or movement of water from it is higher concentration to lower. This is having more water potential, more water concentration, so psi W is more. Or we can say this is having more concentration of water, more concentration of water. This solution is having less concentration of water. Fine. This is highly concentrated solution having more solute inside it. This is pure water or a less concentrated solution. Now what will happen? Do you know? This is semipermeable membrane. That means no solute is going down inside the solution, because it will not allow the solute particles to come down due to gravity. Even if there is a acceleration due to gravity is there is a gravity, but solute cannot come down because there is a semipermeable membrane. So this is semipermeable membrane. Fine. This is concept basis on previous topic, osmosis. So what will happen? The water will start rising. This water will go inside this solution. Because of osmosis, this water go inside this plastic, inside this highly concentrated solution. So the movement of water will be from this solution or this solvent side towards this highly concentrated solution. Suppose this is solution A and this is solution B. So movement of water will be from A to B. This is simple concept. Water will move from this solution to that because of osmosis, and that's what itself because of different phenomena, having higher water potential and this is having lower water potential. Now if you remember the concept of osmosis, definitely this will occur. Now when water will move inside this flask, what will happen? It will increase in level. This level will reach to this point or this point. So there is increase in level of this solution, but in outside the level will go on decreasing. The level will go on decreasing from outside. Okay, water will reach here, so there is a decrease in level, there is increase in level. Okay, this will continue till either water potential becomes equal or this membrane, this water surface touches this semipermeable membrane. If it does not touch this, it will be cut it down from this one, or when equilibrium occurs. But let's say solution is starting from this point, and this is solution outside. This will reach to this point. So water will go inside. The level will increase up inside solution, and outside the level will decrease. Now this level decreases up to this point. So it has decreased from this point to this point, but inside it has increased from this point to this point. This is simple. Now what we do is that we will apply pressure from outside. Suppose there is a knob and there is a pressure applying apparatus, and there is a meter which is measuring the pressure in bars or pascals. In fact, bars, it will measure the pressure. There is a scale. Now the concept starts. The water will increase. The water will start entering. Suppose at the beginning, when water start increasing to enter, when water will start entering inside this bottle, we will apply pressure from outside. We will not allow water to enter. We are applying pressure. Water is also applying pressure. The entry of water is not as that simple. There is a kind of pressure with this. The entry of water has got the pressure with it. So the water enters with some kind of pressure. Suppose that pressure is P1. Suppose P1 is the pressure by which this water enters inside. Now what we want is that we want to prevent the entry of osmotic entry of water. Then what we have to do is that we have to apply the counter pressure from this knob that will be called P2, pressure 2. So we will be applying this pressure from outside so as not to allow this water to go inside, or not allow this water to have it as osmotic entry. So we are preventing osmotic entry, and that's the main important point. We are just preventing osmotic entry. Now osmotic entry will be only be prevented when this P2 equals P1, and P2 is equal to P1. We will be able to prevent osmotic entry. Since we did not know this P1 because it is a pressure of water, but we know P2 because there is a scale outside and we are measuring that. At the point, at the moment when we are applying this pressure and it is equaling this pressure, that means since we are knowing this pressure, suppose this is 1 millibars. That means since we are equaling, both pressures are equal. The pressure which the P1 pressure is equal to P2 pressure, because the equilibrium is here. We are not allowing this water to enter. We are preventing osmotic entry. So whatever pressure we are applying, that is noted here. Suppose that is 1 millibar. Same pressure will be this one, 1 millibar, because these are equal now at this point of time. The P2 is called osmotic pressure, and that's how it is measured. It's called osmotic pressure, P2. At this equilibrium stage, at this stage when we are not allowing an osmotic entry of water, the osmotic pressure will be exactly equal to pressure which we have applied from outside. So external pressure will be giving us. So indirectly, this is indirect method. You can say indirect method. This pressure will be guiding us, will be giving us the reading of osmotic pressure indirectly, because whatever pressure we have used, that is counterbalanced by osmotic pressure. So this is the method how osmotic pressure is measured. This is a Berkeley-Hartley method. Now P2 is called osmotic pressure, and the important point was that what is osmotic pressure? This is osmotic pressure because it's actually defined as the pressure which is present inside water during its osmotic entry. So every water has got pressure. There is a diffusion pressure also. by which water enters. There is imbibition pressure. There is a turgor pressure on cell walls. There is a cell wall pressure. There is osmotic pressure. So every time the movement is not as simple as you think. It's always accompanied, or even you can say there is a cause and effect relationship. It is done by pressure system. So there is a pressure. This pressure related to this osmosis is called osmotic pressure. Now there is one more important thing now which we can be able to easily understand that, and that is reverse osmosis. Now what is reverse osmosis? Suppose there is suppose some kind of a beaker or bottle. There's water present in it, and there are some solutes inside this. These are impurities, this is dirt or whatever. This is dirty water. It has got a number of solutes, number of things inside it, number of solid matter inside it. What we will do is that we'll put some kind of semipermeable membrane here, and we'll put another bottle here. We will apply pressure from outside. When we apply pressure, the water will be coming through this semipermeable membrane to this side. Now this water is without solute because that cannot be moved through semipermeable membrane. So water is without solutes. So what we get, we'll get the water without solutes. Solutes will be inside this one. So we'll be having solutes on this. Solutes will remain there in bottle A, but in bottle B we'll be getting water. Since this water, what we get, we obtain this through having external pressure. By compulsion, water moves out of solute. If you remember, if you think, water should have moved if it was the solute, pure solute. Now suppose it is pure solute, the water inside this will come outside. What osmosis was? Osmosis was that water will move from this pure solvent to this solute, to this concentrated solute through semipermeable membrane. Now if we make it in this way, this is dirty solution, this is concentrated solute having this concentrated solution, and this is pure water. Now what will happen? We apply kind of a pressure from outside to this system. The water will go from this solution to this one. What usually will happen in osmosis? In osmosis, the water will move from this pure water to this concentrated solution because of osmosis through semipermeable membrane. But we are applying pressure. We are doing reverse of osmosis. We are making this water to go back towards pure solvent and leaving behind solute. This is opposite to that of osmosis, and this happened because of pressure, because of external pressure. This is called the reverse osmosis. This is called reverse osmosis, and this is very important for treatment of polluted liquids. One of the important methods in water pollution to have get rid of these dirts, these solutes, so we'll be getting pure water. So this is actually big phenomena system where pure water is extracted from seawater or many other water resources through the reverse osmosis, and that's how we obtain the pure water, or we can treat the polluted water through this phenomenon of reverse osmosis. This happened only because of pressure. So we need pressure, external pressure, and we need semipermeable membrane also, because that will not allow movement of solutes. Now overall, if we see osmosis, it's a very better and much known concept in plant physiology, having the basis in osmotic potential. And this was the basic of osmosis, osmotic pressure, semipermeable membrane and its method of measurement. Hope you understand, and if you have any kind of confusion, any question, please have them in comment boxes. And if you want me to correct some way at any point of time, at any point of at any point inside lecture, if you want me to correct that, please have those suggestions also. I'll be welcoming those, and hope we'll meet in next video with another important topic. Take care. Goodbye.